You have an innovative channel. I've never seen anything like it in the space. Where do you draw inspiration on for your next video?
For inspiration, it comes away with anybody. But mainly, I try to go back to whenever I first got into data science and more specifically data analytics. And I try to think of the questions and the issues that I had when I was first starting and like what resources were not there. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of great YouTube videos out there, especially on tutorials. Like I used to do a lot of tutorials and that's great. It's like, hey, I have this, like I created this Tableau tutorial. But like when I first got into data science, data analytics, I didn't know what Tableau was. I didn't know what visualization softwares were, what the need was. At the time, I was going to school for business, and I knew I wanted to apply analytics. And somebody came in and gave like a presentation at the time on Tableau, and really helped open my eyes to it. But that presentation, like that's not normal. Like to understand what this software is used for, right? It's really hard to just get a concise understanding of what different tools are used to accomplish jobs.
Right. So you're providing like context. Like, so you're kind of like thinking if somebody came up to you and was like, hey, like I've heard about this data analytics career, like where do I get started? And like, what are the different kinds of things you do? Those are the kinds of videos you think about. You're going to provide some context for people.
Yeah. And with that, probably a bad analogy, sort of like a gateway drug. But like, it basically make it as easy as possible for people to understand things they need to get into first for this field. So that way they can decide like, hey, maybe this isn't for me. Vice, they don't even know data analytics. And then they spend all this time learning Tableau once again, spend all this time learning Tableau. And then they start implementing like, I don't really like this. Instead, look at it holistically, take a step back and provide a big picture look at these things so that way they can get more of they get this big picture view to figure out if they want to go into it and then what they need to actually focus on. Because there's a lot, I mean, as you know, right, there's so much you can focus on and so much you can look at. I think we got to you need somebody to just provide that basic understanding and big picture what's happening there.